Hey everybody, it is Prince's Friend, and we are back with a third review for this week. This time it is for the new album from 311, Mosaic. Now for those of you who might be unfamiliar, 311 is a band out of Omaha, Nebraska. They got famous pretty much in the early 90s. They've been together for longer than that, but that's when they got famous. They'll be 30 years old next year, so that's accomplishment for them. So this band is composed of 5 members. That's Nick Hexum, who does lead vocals and some rhythm guitar at times. S.A. Martinez, who does the raps and does the scratching and the sampling on the songs. Chad Sexton on drums. Peanut, who is an amazing bass player. And Tim Mahoney on lead guitar. Nick's voice usually carries most of the songs, but coupled with really great beats, Peanut's really funky bass, Tim's guitar solos, and S.A.'s wild kind of hip-hop additions, this is a great group that kind of fuses rap, reggae, pop, and rock all together to kind of make their own sound. And the band lists Prince as one of their major influences, and I might do another video on that at another time, but first I kind of want to introduce you to 311. Now, I've been a huge fan of them, and they're actually the band that I've seen the most in concert. I believe I've seen them about a half a dozen times. They actually love to come through Tampa, unlike some acts. And I'm always on the lookout for the newest 311 release. They usually take 2 to 3 years in between each album to work on the next one. But what I've noticed is that as their band has gotten older, the energy and the aggressiveness in most of their songs has kind of dwindled. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I do sometimes miss some of the more aggressive songs that they used to do. But what do I know? This album came out and it hit number 6 on the Billboard 200, and it reached number 2 on both the rock and alternative charts. I actually really want to go through the entire 311 catalog at some point, but first I really kind of wanted to review their latest so that you guys can hear where they're at now, and then when I go back you guys will be able to be like, oh man, then and now, that's so awesome. This album was actually released on the same day as Prince's Purple Rain Deluxe, so it's been just under a month, so it's fairly new. Now Mosaic is the band's 10th studio album, so that's not counting their live ones, and they also have a couple of video concerts and stuff that are pretty cool. And I believe it's their 3rd through Pledge Music, which is the same place that Sheila E. currently has her newest album on. So there are 17 tracks in all, and that actually sounds like it's a lot, but really each of them sits kind of comfortably at the 3 to 4 minute mark, so this isn't a huge undertaking to listen to. So let's get into the tracks. So, Too Much to Think was the first single that was released off of this album. It was released back in March, and it hit number 20 on the alternative charts. It's a song about kind of being left alone to your own thoughts and how they can kind of run amok, telling you that you're all the worst things in your life. Nick Hexum really shows his chops on this song, and musically, it's a damn fine track from the band. Probably one of the best singles they've released in recent years. I think it really sets up the rest of the album. So if you like this one, then you're pretty much in for a great ride.
Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, either way you're right. Tell you whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, brother, you're right on. Someone told you that you had no chance. People told us it would never transpire. You can beat a
So this song crashes in with a scratch and a deep bass line. I dig this track because there isn't a chorus per se. I mean, they kind of talk about Wildfire, but it's also part of the verses. It really highlights the music, and Nick Hexum's voice kind of gets out of the way for the rest of the band to really shine. It's one of the funkier tracks on the album, really getting in that pocket, and it's a song about ignoring haters and just doing you, which is something I've always said. And that's really kind of the best thing about 311 in the first place, is that they preach positivity first and foremost in their music. And this is just one example of an amazing track that does that. So The Night is Young is kind of an anthem for 311, basically saying, yeah, we've been around for a while, but the party isn't ending anytime soon. I think S.A.'s voice on the chorus is really strong on this song, though I'm a fan of it when they kind of let him get into more of the tracks. I don't like it when he's just chorus and backing vocals. I like it when they give him more to do. The guitar-drum combo on this is classic 311 too, which I think really helps with the theme of the song itself. So, good track.
Take your frozen heartache, lay it in the island sun. Oh, bake it like a snowflake, drink the water if it comes as it melts away.
So this is a totally laid-back track mixed with a little aggressiveness here and there. It seems like it's Nick singing to someone who is feeling depressed and trying to bring them on a trip to the beach to sail away or surf to melt away the fears and sadness. So it's a cute song, not my favorite on the album, but it's good. This one brings in the heavier rock element that I like in my 311. S.A. also comes hard on here with some awesome rap stylings. On this track, Nick Hexum sings back up to S.A. during the chorus, but then they kind of trade the verses. It's another song about fate and destiny. All those days that you wasted away, it was just the perfect mistake. Why? Because you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
This is an extension, achieving new heights of the day. Circumvent the limits, come through disarray. Greater ascension, cause I was born to elevate. Never having one to be cast away. Stand undefeated. Anything that we set on mind, united by a fire to be undefined. It's an extension.
So this is a song about community's togetherness. The world is chaotic, but when everyone is kind of jamming on the same groove, there's an extension created through the music that connects everybody. 311 is big on the everybody being electricity and how we're all humans, are one, and all that stuff, and it's a good message. The song itself is kind of just okay though. Feels like it could have been left off entirely or made like a B-side for collectors, but it doesn't really stack up well against some of the really powerhouse songs on this album. This is a cute song about wanting to kind of find the right home to spend the rest of your life with the person you love. Nick Hexum describes what he wants to see out of his windows and what he wants to put in the house, but that it's actually okay even if they don't get to. He's content with just dreaming about it as long as he gets to be with his love, which I like. The song actually kind of starts off kind of ho-hum, but picks up at the chorus, and I think it becomes a really strong track as you get into it more.
Till the city's on fire, daylight's far away, can't stop us, there's no way. Raise your glasses, strike the matches, burn, burn, burn. Till the city's on fire, till the city's on fire, till the city's on. Raise your glasses, strike the matches, burn, burn.
So this is a pretty straightforward song about going out after a hard week at work and burning the city down with how much fun you're having. It's upbeat, the chorus is catchy, and it's pretty rock and roll. It has a cool breakdown near the end that sounds very current, and I'm a fan of bands who evolve with the times, so there you go. Shout out to Tim Mahoney's guitar on this. It's in the background, but it really holds this song together. So Too Late is smack in the middle of this album, and it's really good. The verses are kind of laid back but sad, and then the chorus kind of gets in, and it gets really aggressive. It's about a breakup and him leaving notes for her to read that by the time she reads it, it's too late. This song is very poetic in its lyrics, and the music is turned up to 11, so I don't really have anything negative to say about this one. I think this one's pretty much the perfect 311 track.
Hey-oh, is the mind even open at all? Hey-oh, communication is broken, hitting a wall. By the time we get out of line, it's all over for our composure. Hey-oh, do you hear what I'm saying?
So the fact that they actually already have a song called Hey You kind of confused me at first, but this one is a good track too. It's about expanding your mind and looking beyond materialism, because that's where you're gonna find your enlightenment. I dig on that, and the chorus of Hey-oh, hey-oh is pretty catchy too. Good track.
But still I happen to know that when the lights get low, the places that the mind goes, if I don't hear your voice back on the telephone.
So Places That the Mind Goes is kind of a song about musing in your loneliness. His woman has left him, and he's kind of hoping that she's around every corner, that she's gonna be on the other end of the telephone, and that's kind of where his mind goes. Musically, this track has kind of a beat that's a little bit subdued. Not like Chad's usual style, but I do like it. This is a really sweet song though, so it's a good addition. So we've had quite a few tracks in a row without any significant S.A. Martinez input, so this song really made me happy. The guitar solo at the end is really awesome. The whole groove really works. I'm not really sure what they're saying in the lyrics, except that it seems like they're saying that you should be open to whatever life has to throw at you. There's some vague talk of aliens and moons, but that's what I got out of it, so I don't know.
La 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 la, let me go. I don't need to know where the slander goes. Na 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 na, you're never there when you're unaware. Everybody gotta go. Everybody that you know.
So Forever Now is about living in the moment, because now can be forever. Stop dwelling in the past, stop worrying about the future, and just live. This one is more rocking, how I like, but almost seems like it's too short. I would have actually liked more of this song, maybe a little bit of a guitar solo or something. It's been a while since Chad has had a drum solo on a track as well, so I'm just throwing out some ideas. This song could have been really great.
We had reason 'cause things rhymed, because things rhymed, because things rhymed. Let it hit me. This trip has taken me somewhere I thought I'd never be, to a place that feels
So The Days of 88 is an odd track to come after Forever Now, which kind of talked about living in the now, because this song is all about talking about how it used to be back in 88, which is actually when the band first got together. So it kind of tells the story of what they had to overcome and the odds against them, and how it felt to become the band that they are now. I dig it, and it's a good song, and then it rocks out at the end, and I think that was exactly what it needed in order to push it over that edge. So it was good, and it became great after that.
show you what it's all about.
So this is another song that utilizes 311's ability to go from hard to soft in a heartbeat. It really makes this song pop, and so it feels like the song is saying 311 is staying together forever and nothing will ever break them up, but it also could apply to humanity as a whole. No matter how divided we appear, we all come from one and the same, so we are invincible if we just realize this and work together. So it's a good message either way.
All the words in disarray.
So this is the shortest track on the album, coming in just over 2 minutes. It's about not being able to get across what you're trying to say with words, instead you mess it up along the way. Good intentions gone astray, as they say in the song. I like it. It brings us to the finale. It's an okay, like, kind of placeholder song.
On a roll, here we go. All is one, here we go. On a roll, here we go. All is one, here we go. What a trip this has been, what a change, my friend. Synergistic in time, we had to stop and no end. We're still here, it's so clear.
And then we get to the finale, On a Roll. It's kind of similar to One and the Same, and it's about 311 feeling like, really, they're just getting started in their career. This isn't the end. They're not finishing by any means. They're on a roll at this point. I dig this as the album ender, and the chorus is epic enough with the whole band kind of chanting. It really gets the point across. Tim Mahoney comes in with a cool guitar solo. The drums are slamming. Great ending to this album. 311, in conclusion, same number of syllables. Crazy. Overall, I think Mosaic is a pretty great album. It gives you ups and downs and all-arounds, different feelings, different colors, a little bit of everything, which is kind of like a mosaic, so go fig there. I think the album lacked some of the things, though, that really makes 311 great. I felt like there was a lot less S.A. Martinez on this album than even the last couple, which he also was kind of sparse on. Tim didn't pull off as many epic guitar solos like I'm really used to him. Peanut didn't show off for us at all on any of these songs. Chad seemed like his beats just weren't cutting edge. He wasn't really trying anything new. Nick Hexum shined through. His voice is amazing. I've always liked it. But that's 1/5 of the band. The other 4 people, I don't think they got their chance to shine on this album. I also felt that there were like 5 tracks that probably could have just been taken out entirely, and the time that was used on those tracks could have been used to bring a few of the others to life more and really make them shine, like with guitar solos and better bass and come on, I'm saying stuff. But now that I'm done kind of complaining, I do really like this album. It's not my favorite of theirs. That honor still belongs to Sound System, but it's a worthwhile addition to their catalog with some really good tracks on it. So what did you think of 311's Mosaic? Do me a favor, tell me about it in the comments and we can continue this discussion. While you're at it, don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Go check out my Patreon at patreon.com/princessfriend, where you can help support the channel and tell me what kind of videos you want me to do. And may you live to see the dawn.